Hello, YouTube family and friends. This is Big Papa back with Big Papa Unlimited. Repping to you. Okay, tonight I just want to get on here again this week. I'm trying to do a video every week. Because your guys' time was important and mine is too. So I'm going to get on here and kind of tell you a little bit about the guns that I have on the table here tonight. I love guns and I shoot guns, and also I am a collector. A friend of mine kind of made me mad when he said, "Oh, you a collector?" And I got to think about it. Yeah, of course I am. And then he kept going, and he's a collector too. But I usually like to get out and shoot my guns also. You know, I don't have them just sitting in a safe because I really think firearms are really good. And now we live in a day and age of firearms where you can get you a firearm and it's really, really good. Also, I think they're investments. I think that your guns are an investment. If you're a man that has a family, now you don't put yourself out to buy guns. All the guns I have, I can afford to buy them. But also, they're an investment. What I mean by investment is you can always push on them or shove. You can sell something to get some money. So they definitely hold value. That's not my sole purpose, but if something happens to me, I have insurance and stuff like that there. But still, anything can happen. I have a few guns, just a few. And it started years ago, and it continued to move on. And you can see I've had other YouTube videos up, but I hadn't been consistent with it, and I'm sorry about that. Life started lifing, and I didn't take time to really get into it. But I see a lot of different ones get online, and I want to put my 2 cents in. I'm not a big channel. I'm not saying anything you see is bought by me, out of my household. But like I said, I love guns. I think every American, red-blooded American, should have a firearm in home. I see, politicians like to use, these sad school shootings, and they should. I mean, the school shootings are sad. But then they want to go after your Second Amendment right. And I just don't think that's right. I think there should be something done. Look at Chicago. Chicago has the the strictest gun law there are, but you see what happens there. But anyway, this is not a political video. This is just a video I want to get on here to kind of show you how things can kind of be, and I guess my who I am and why I collect my firearms, and I do shoot them, like I said. But it's one of those things, if you're not careful, this thing can be an obsession. And believe me, I'm one of these guys and I like stuff just right. And if I buy one green polo shirt looks nice, I want every color in that same polo. And it's wild. But anyway, that can be kind of expensive. But tonight I just want to kind of show you some of these guns are in my rotation of guns that I wear. I'm a pretty large guy. You guys can see that. Hence Big Papa Unlimited. But I want to get on here, and get the big guys some love. Yeah, all these big channels, these guys are slim fit. They, opinions carry, and I love the opinions carry too. You probably can't really tell it. But I do. I think that's the best way to get your gun. Now, I always tote different positions too, because let's face it, I'm a big guy. I want to be comfortable, and I also want to be safe. So sometimes you have to blur the lines on that. But anyway, I don't want to make this video long. This is my collection of CZ P10 guns. And I'll start with the first one I bought, and it kind of snowballed, and then something that was catastrophic, and I began to get on. See, and any of you out there know how well CZ shoot. They are some of the best guns there are. And this is coming from a Glock fan, okay? I am a down hard, and I ain't scared to tell you suckers that I am a Glock fan boy. Okay, I defend Glock. I don't know. I got one video and it's kind of shaking. I'm like, man, come on, Glock, why y'all do us like that? But anyway, got to remember they are a business. Anyway, I bought the CZ. The first CZ I bought was the CZ P10C. Now, I'd like to do this because I want everybody to know everything is safe. There's no mag in there. There's no mag in there. I want to make sure everything is safe. I don't want to shoot you guys and myself through the screen. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. But hey, they want you to be safe. CZ P10C. Now, when I tell you I cut my teeth on this particular gun, I'm gonna tell you how I cut my teeth on this. Look how smooth action that is. Oh my goodness. Look at the serrations and everything. Yeah, that thing is so beautiful. And then I got those sights on here. Now, I will tell you this. What I mean by cut my teeth on this particular gun here, I bought this gun here. It was not optics ready. You probably say, why? You know, let's be honest. Optics just came into the picture here probably 10 plus years ago. People started using optics. But anyway, I know I want an optic. Okay. I can shoot iron sights, but it's 2025. Don't get me wrong, if you shoot irons, you the boss. That's good. But now you have these, and people are, why you put a light and an optic on your carry gun? Because I want to. All right. Thank you very much. You do it the way you want to. I do it the way I want to. Most shooters are like 7 inch. I know I can still whip this out and still shoot from the hip. But anyway, I don't want to be an tyrant, the angry Big Papa guy. But anyway, bought this particular gun, loved it, messed around there, and didn't have an optic. I said, well, I want an optic. Well, what I did, I got on eBay and found an optic cut slide, which is this one. I still have the original slide that came on the gun. But I didn't want no aftermarket. I wanted another CZ slide. So I got this slide for a pretty great price. Went ahead and bought it, ordered it. Once I got the slide in, right? I'm like, what? It's great. Good way to go. Then all of a sudden, I said, well, then I need some sights on it. So me, I'm the guy that always get the cart before the horse, okay? I went and I bought some sights for this sucker, man. And I'm gonna tell you what, those that's why I say you gotta wait, man. You gotta be to the point where be patient. I am one that does not have patience. And I've spent a lot of money and bought a lot of things without being patient. I bought the sights without buying the optic. Now you bet you say, Big Papa, that's kind of crazy. You know what you are, it's crazy. I ended up sending those back, getting some smaller sights. Got them sights. I put an optic on here. It didn't work. Okay, they were too much. They were too tall. I said, oh my goodness. I said, well, let's go back to the drawing board. Went back, put another optic on there. Then this time the optic was too tall. I was like, come on, kid. So yeah, I spent a lot of money on this CZ P10C for its height, for its sights and optic. I will tell you this. If you plan on, there's a difference out here, and I didn't know this. There are optic ready height sights, and there are suppressor height sights. Okay, what I mean by that is if hit my other gun I have. You have some guns that are optic height, which is good for great for co-witnessing and everything like that. But then you have those suppressor height sights, which if you're not going to run a suppressor on your gun, don't worry about getting those. Now, you can get what you want to get. Big Papa telling you again, get what you want to get. Because I'm going to get what I want to get. But I'm just saying, it saved me a lot. I got the optic, then I got the sights, right? And I was like, I better get these sights and make sure they're good and line up. These are real good, man. I swear, man. And then, you know, I got and here go again. I got to have stream lights on everything, okay? And I can hear you now in the comments. You need a light on your carry gun. But hey, listen, my gun, I do what I want to do. Anyway, so I got the TRL7X Streamlight. And what I like to do, I buy these and I put the rechargeable batteries in them, right? Kind of give you that much more stability. This is the CZ P10C compact, right? And I'm going to show you the way I bought them in different order. That's them. Again, that's it. I want to flag myself. I mean, like, you probably can't see that in there. Anyway, that's good. That is the CZ P10C, right? So, Big Papa, what'd you get next? Okay, I said, well, okay, I got that. I had a wild itch. I said, you know what? I got that one. Let me buy another one. So then comes into play the CZ P10S. And as you notice, let's check it again, because I don't want anybody to say, well, you got the gun, he ain't even checking them. Okay, nothing there. Nothing in there. Nothing here. Okay, cool. And you notice it's set up just like the what? The CZ P10C. Absolutely right. You would be correct. This time I bought a gun that was suppressor ready. I mean, not suppressor, excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all, please. That was optic ready. Okay. had the optic cut already on, so I had to buy a whole nother slide. But that is her in her glory. That is the CZ P10S. And I'm gonna tell you something now. She a little tight driver now. Don't let her fool you now. Cause she's bald like don't want to flag myself. She's a little tack driver now. I love her. You know. And like I say, here we go again. I'm that guy. And y'all probably say, you got to be one of the biggest dumb. I'm that guy that if I buy a polo shirt on the rack and they got 4 more in my size and different color, get what? I'm gonna get all 5 of them. But anyway, yeah, I like this. This man. This is a great gun. Take it out to the range. She is a tack driver. And to be honest with you, kind of like her more, you know. But and y'all know how smooth CZs are, man. Come on, stop playing. CZ was some of the greatest guns, right? I'm still a Glock fanboy now. You know, you guys probably say, oh, don't buy that stuff come from another country, red-blooded America. Yeah, I am a red-blooded America. I do like what I like. I love my Glocks, but you can't beat what you get. The money you pay for these CZs, man, and the shooting experience that you get with them, top notch, hands down, bro. Sometimes you have to go outside of what you like all the time and try something a little different flavor. So I said that. I said, man, I got the C and I got the S. Talk a friend of mine, Garrison, at the local gun shop. And he said, Kevin, they make an F. I said, what? You mean they make a CZ P10F? Oh, Big Papa got to get that one too. So Big Papa messed around there, and then he ended up buying this. Okay. This is the, check it again. Okay. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. This is the CZ P10F. Okay. And you'll notice again, I got to set up just like the C and the S. Because I'm a firm believer, you know, you kind of set up your guns you got. If you have different guns, and people say, you only just need one gun. You right, probably right, but I won't. How many of I won't? You can't carry all of them at one time. You're right, but I can carry them when I want to carry them. But I want to set them up so they'll be pretty much set up the same. You know, I got a Hollison on this. I got a Hollison on the other 3. I have the TRL 7 Streamlight 7X. I got that on all of them too. So body mechanics, muscle memory. When I get it, I know all of them have the same type of red dot. They're the same type, but same type of red dot, and also with the same light. And the light switches in the right place. Sorry, I ain't gonna blame y'all with that. But this is why I like my CZs. And I set them up pretty much all alike. Because like I said, you want to, if you carry one and have it on your nightstand, you want all the controls to be the same. It's just like if you buy AR-15, you want to set AR-15 up. If you got 2 or 3 of them, you have people say, you don't need but one. I want 2 or 3 because I can do that. So anyway, you buy those, boom. I say, okay then. But now he does have a CZ P10F up there at the shop, at my local shop. That's a competition one. And the only thing different, they had the gold barrel and all that stuff. I'm like, Garrett, I'm not gonna be able to get that home and get that one. So I got those. I was like, whoa, okay, I'm good. Kevin, you good, right? I end up getting this here. This is the CZ. Let's check it in. Nothing in the chamber. Okay. Nothing, no magazine, nothing in the chamber. Optics ready. This is the CZ 09 Nocturn. Okay. Nocturn. And you see it does have a hammer. Now this is nice. You know, you have to get kind of used to that double action, single action joint they got going on with this, but it's a nice gun. And it's a CZ. Here again, if you look, the slide is down inside of the frame, and this thing racks so smoothly, man. Stop it. Stop playing with Big Papa. Okay, stop playing. All right, this thing racks good. It's one of those things that's really, really nice. Okay, I'm gonna flag you guys. Optics ready. Yeah, I had an optic. I had the Hollison EPS on here, but then I'm like, this gun's okay. I like the way it shoots, but I don't know. I hadn't set it up like the other one, so that kind of can tell you something right there. Probably much range, whatever. Got a decocker on it. Got a decocker, you can ride it with the decocker on. And when these first came out, people were having a little trouble with them. With minor optic on, I'm like, come on now. Minor optic, the screws too tight, yada, yada, this, yada, yada, that. This has a hammer on it. And what I try to do with hammer fire guns, I buy a little snap cap to put inside it. So I'm not pulling the trigger and that thing not falling out of the firing pin. But anyway, this is a pretty good gun. Okay, I won't lie, it's good. And I had it in my rotation, but I was like, man, it's okay. I'm still trying to get used to that double action, single action. I also own a Smith & Wesson, the old school steel frame Smith & Wesson. That'll be another video I have on those. Anyway, CZ P10 Nocturn, right? You said, well, Kevin, come on, bro. You got these guns up there. What's next? Probably on the last one you see up here the next. And that would be the CZ P10M. P10M, man. I'm telling you, boy, I'm a bloodhound when I want something. CZ P10M. And you probably say, I haven't seen that before. You're right. They discontinued this particular model, but I found it in a little shop. I said, okay, I want to get it. Now, the thing about this little stuff here, man, it's only a 7-8 shot pistol. And you probably, well, Kevin, why you get one of them like that ready? It's not optics ready. This is made for pocket carry. Kind of big, but it's made for pocket carry. There's no smooth lines on it. I mean, there's smooth lines on it. It's still butter. Now, one thing about this is you look on that side and this side. Can you tell me what's missing? Can y'all tell me what's missing on it? That's right. It doesn't have a slide stop. It's not a slide release. It's a slide stop. So, check out my guy, Spent Firearms. He breaks it down with these little pistols. He was a great YouTuber. So, but, once you have a magazine, have some in here, it's going to lock the slide back. Just slingshot. We've got to the point where we've got to have the thing that, no, do it like it was originally made. The slingshot, once you put the magazine in, slingshot it closed, and it'll kick the projectile up into the chamber. So, that's my CZ P10M. Now, that rounded out all the CZs that I have. Now, I went CZ crazy. Like I said, I love my Glocks. But, man, you just cannot beat the quality. And they're not that expensive. I pay a lot for them darn Glocks. Not that expensive. CZ P10M. CZ P10, I got to end this video. CZ P10S. And like I said, it's set up just like the other two pistols I have. Love it. Okay. Like I said, man, we live in a time when, man, you can buy as many guns as you want. Whatever it is, I've been doing this for years. And that's the P10C. Love it. Love it. Like I said, man, it don't make no sense, man. The way these jokers just feel, man. You talking about shooting experience, bro. Like I said, Glock fanboy, and I tell you that 100 times. But hands down, these jokers shoot. And this is the full-size F series. And I have concealed carry, and all these things, I conceal carry. Like some a big boy. You know what I'm saying? Big Papa Unlimited. Hit that subscribe button down there. Or follow button. Listen, I do this because I love to do it, whatever I'd be greatly appreciative of. Whatever, if you see videos like this, my videos pop up, man, look, tell somebody else about them. Like I said, I don't see anybody that has all the CZs out there, but there are some ones I would like. Some honorable mention would be the CZ Carry. That the one that's jet black. I love that one. Or the CZ. There's another steel frame CZ. I can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head, and I don't want to tell you out there, my great fans, a lot. But anyway, this is the F series, and all these they're great guns, man. You just have to train. You take your stuff, you go out to the range and you train, man. You know, be responsible gun owners. If you got kids, lock your guns up, man. Keep them out of kids' way. You know, I know in the African American community, we tend to be taboo with guns. Oh, the gun. Take your kids out and show them exactly what it does. And if they see it, they won't want to get to it. Now, people might say, well, Kevin, you're wrong about that. I was introduced to guns. I have guns later. My kids were introduced to guns. So I don't worry about them doing stupid stuff like stealing a gun and taking it to school or doing this, that, because they know what kind of damage it does. Anyway, I love you guys. God bless each and every one of you, because after at the end of the day, God is Lord. He looks out for us down here on earth. So, like I said, that is one of the things I want to thank you for your time, because you could have been doing anything else. You want to spend a little time here with Big Papa and Big Papa Unlimited. Bless you. See you later.